This week, trauma center advocates take more public action, and there's something of an upset in Ray School's shortlist for principal. The Trauma Center Coalition, a group that wants the University of Chicago to add an adult trauma center to its hospitals, locked themselves together at a parking garage construction site on 56th and Cottage Grove. They tried to stop work at the site. Herald reporter Lindsay Welbers was on the phone with strikers during the incident.
They moved into the construction site and they blocked a cement truck. And that was the point at which they were forcibly removed. Really, I think the point was to get attention and just draw a lot more attention to the issue and connect it to the university's attempts to bring the Obama Library to the south side.
As it stands, those in need of trauma care must go north to Evanston's hospital, and members of the coalition say the university needs to do more to bring a trauma center to the south side. The University Medical Center says that's a massive undertaking that would compromise its other services. Also this week, an upset in the selection process for Ray Elementary School's new principal. Popular interim principal and incumbent Tony Hill didn't make the final cut. Hill became popular with many parents and members of the local school council, which is responsible for making the decision, after her efforts to balance Ray's budget and other decisions. LSC Chair Gordon Mayer says a selection committee used a system to decide on the candidates, and he'll respect that process.
I know from talking to folks that, there was a process. They had a vote, they had a selection, and they picked their top three candidates, and that's who they presented to us at the candidates forum last night.
Some of the questions at an LSC Q&A event brought up diversity in the pool of finalists. All were white. The selection committee's criteria didn't include race, according to Terry Roback, a member of the screening committee. Hyde Park has inspired a few books, and now it can add one more to the list. Journalist and Hyde Parker K.B. Jensen has published her murder mystery. It's called Painting with Fire, and it's the story of a woman who becomes suspicious of her neighbor after a murder. Although Jensen was careful to say that Hyde Park isn't the dark setting of her novel, she did draw some inspiration from a local landmark.
The church over at Blackstone and 57th, the abandoned church, definitely would walk by that church all the time and just wonder what's going on inside or what isn't going on inside. And I definitely drew a lot of inspiration from that.
There will be a launch party for Jensen's book from 4 to 6 p.m. on June 1st at the Green Exchange Building in Logan Square. For more information, visit paintingwithfirenovel.com. That's all for this week. For the Hyde Park Herald, I'm Andrew Holtzman.